Alrighty, so we're about 45 miles northeast of Bend. I ran along a convergence line, keeping above 13,000 up to 15,000 feet to get out here. And from here, I'm showing about 1,300 feet over safe return to Bend. And so we're just gonna head on back in from here. It's been a good day so far. I'm gonna leave the camera on for the final glide if it will stay on. It certainly has been temperamental the last half an hour or so, keeping shutting off. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. Anyway, there we go. Hopefully we've got GPS data going into the camera. My phone is on the charger as well, and we'll see how it goes. It's 12,600 feet, 44 miles to Bend. I'm flying about 85 knots, climbing at 5 knots. So we're probably going to get back to Bend with more than a little altitude to burn. So as I came underneath these clouds, there were a few areas where rain was falling, and I was still showing about 20 to 30 knots of wind basically off the left-hand nose of the airplane. And if you look off to the right down here, you see areas on the ground where dust is streaming from right to left, kind of more to the and a little bit north. And so somewhere in between where I am right now and the ground, there's a boundary layer where this wind going one way and the wind going the other way are having a conflict of ideas. And sure enough, as I came down, I hit that turbulence, and it was really bumpy. Ended up getting tossed up into my straps a couple of times, and I slowed the glider way down and just kind of carefully came down through that turbulent layer. And it was kind of nice as I came out from underneath these clouds. You can see the sun up ahead. That's where pretty much almost right where the airport was. And so it was kind of neat to come through this dark gray, underneath this dark gray cloud, and then out into the sun on the other side. Anyway, pretty cool return home. So as I got back to the airport, the winds on the ground were reporting a direct cross, but the AWAS was also saying that it was unreliable wind. So I tried calling the ground on the radio a number of times. Nobody answered. Nobody else was flying, and there wasn't anybody at the field. So I trusted my flight computer, which said that it was going to be about a 15 to 20 mile an hour direct crosswind, and came into the pattern carrying some extra speed and planning to deal with the crosswind as I touched down. Trying to see the windsock on the ground here. It was really difficult to see. I tried circling over it in the air earlier on the way back, and now, and I really never did see that windsock until I was on final. Anyway, that's how it was going. Because of the crosswind I was trying not to get blown down, but I was still getting blown down towards the runway. And my goal is to land long up at the far end of the runway because that's where all my trailer and my tie-down gear and everything is. So I'm shooting to land long. I turned base early and then immediately started turning to final because I could just feel the wind blowing me down onto the airport. Get lined up. It's kind of a funny sight picture here because I'm actually aiming sort of at that between the third and fourth taxiways, so way out in front of me. And so here I am on final, and I get my landing flaps in and my spoilers out, and I really start coming down. It's just it really came down quickly. I should have maybe taken out some of that spoiler. Anyway, cross controlling pretty hard to keep it over the center line. Touch down, and as soon as I touch down, the wind is immediately trying to weather vane me and push me off the runway to the right. So I put my wing down and get on the brakes, and there we go. Crosswind touchdown. Look at that yaw string on the windshield blowing directly sideways. Anyway,